welcome our candidate for House District 47, right here in our own backyards. Chief of Staff to Representative Goodwin and Chair of the Travis County Democratic Party with 4 years of direct experience working in the Texas legislature. She has helped pass legislation to prevent childhood drownings, protect domestic violence survivors, expand access to affordable housing. Please help me welcome, for approximately 10 minutes, our next speaker, who was maybe not here when I said that earlier, Pooja Sethi.
Hi everyone, you all will definitely vote for me because I will not be 10 minutes. My name is Pooja Sethi. I am running for Texas House District 47, the seat, I'm gonna get, because we're family, I'm gonna get in front, the seat that Representative Goodwin is currently in. Before I start, I just want to check in and see how everyone is doing. I'm coming from my kids' concert, and they were singing Three Little Birds, you know, the song where they were like, everything's gonna be all right, all the kids singing, and I almost started crying because I realized the state of the country right now and seeing these innocent children singing this and how much they are the future just really reminded me of that. So I just want to say, I hope everyone is okay, and if not, we are all community and we should all be talking to each other. So Pooja Sethi, running for Texas House District 47. It is the seat, like I said before, that Representative Goodwin currently holds, and she's running for Lieutenant Governor. So I think you already went and got applause, but we could do it again.
No, I haven't.
My first day at Representative Goodwin's office, I started there. I used to be an immigration attorney, and I was practicing up in San Antonio with the children up there, and we were helping reunite the children with their families. This was back under Trump's last immigration policies, which at the time we thought were awful, and realized that they could actually get worse. At the time, Governor Abbott was shutting down the center up there, and we were very upset because we had done a lot of work to reunite the children with their families. And by shutting down the center, we didn't know where these children were going to get sent off to. So I called Representative Goodwin's office and spoke to her chief, and I was very upset. And she was like, and we were chatting, and I said, well, what are you going to do about this? And she said, well, I'm heading off to law school. So she's looking for a chief. And I was like, oh, no, not that building. That place is awful. But I knew Representative Goodwin. We did great work around immigration, going up to the Hutto Detention Center, and I started there. And I went to the office the first day thinking I'm gonna do all these great things, and then I get a text from my husband saying everyone was off to Washington, D.C. This was in 2021, and my first day was the first day of quorum break, where she had gone to Washington, D.C. with colleagues at that time to fight for our voting rights. I remember that day. It was a pretty awful day. There was a woman who called our office and said, I shouldn't laugh, but she said, you all are she said, F you, F you, F you. She said the full word. F you, F you, F you, and I don't like to curse, but you are a C-U-N-T. And she spelled that last part out. That was one of the phone calls that wasn't even as bad as some of the others. But there was a lot of anger at that time and a lot of divisiveness that I think had started from 2016 Trump and pretty much carried over and has only gotten worse since then. That session, as mentioned, we passed some really great bills around preventing child drowning, food resilience, add to it, Rep. Goodwin, preventing sexual assault violence, which was really great, and just a lot more. And we were able to actually work during that session and pass some of our bills, and it was great. I mean, we, through the staff, through Rep. Goodwin's advocacy on the floor, we're actually able to pull bills forward. This last session, I feel like we had even more moderate bipartisan bills, and really it was a lot of defense because of the vouchers, and we weren't able to do that as much. And so I'm stepping up because I know that I'm gonna carry the legacy and the hard work that we did. I also am stepping up because I know in my mind, there's three things of a really good Travis County delegation member. One is being able to work in a way to pass bills. Two is really standing up and fighting bills on the floor. Our Travis County delegation is great at doing points and getting amendments in and really watering down some of the really bad bills, and I know how to do that. And then 3, when we're not in session, we all go out and get out the vote. I've seen our delegation, and I've worked with them and block walked with them as chair to really work to get out the vote. And I think what a really good member does is those 3 things. That means that you are on the floor fighting, you're fighting for your constituents, you're fighting against bad things, and then when you're not in session, you're out there at the doors and getting people out and more people civically engaged. And that's my promise, and that's what I'm gonna give to you. My 4th promise, which not everybody gets, but you all get, is I do know who the current representative is out here, which is Rep. Troxclair in some of these parts. I know. But I also know, and I will continue this promise to you all that Rep. Goodwin made to you all a long time ago, which is always being present and letting you know that you have a representative if your current representative doesn't pick up the phone. So I want you to know that that will always be continued for every one of you. Not only have I been talking to strong Democrats, but I've really been thinking about, because I am unopposed, I've been really thinking about what I can do as a candidate in this seat. So I've been reaching out to a lot of independents in the district and really sitting down, because my thought was to help statewide candidates like me in very blue districts should be reaching out to independents and bringing them over. That is our way of carrying the weight for our statewide candidates. Some of the things I've been talking to with them is water is a very big deal. Wildfire prevention, funding our public schools and recapture. And one person actually told me, which I didn't even think about, but I'm looking into policies around this, is homeowners insurance, because a lot of areas in District 47 are in wildfire areas. And that's a way to look at affordability. So those are things that I've been really thinking about. Those are the conversations I've been having, and people get really excited. So I'm going to continue to have those conversations, get to know people, and really do my part to get out the vote. I will have a Republican challenger. When I did my kickoff on Sunday, KVUE did an article and they put it out. And Andy Hogue from the Travis County Republican Party said there will be a challenger. It is a 60-40 district. But I will tell you, when I saw that about Andy Hogue, it was interesting. For those who don't know him, I think he is the policy analyst or one of those people from the Travis County Republican Party. But I was on KVUE against him a couple months ago on a pub ed town hall. And when they asked us both about religion in the classrooms and the 10 Commandments, he said that we absolutely need this because this is the history of our country and that's what every child should learn. That really angered me. And I turned to him and I said, I'm Hindu. My child is Hindu. My husband is Hindu. We don't live that far from each other, maybe 5 to 10 miles. I said, Andy, our children probably go to the same HEB, the same library. They could be on the same soccer team together. Why does my child have to wake up in the morning, go to school, and learn about your child's history and his culture, and he doesn't have to learn the opposite? And what is that teaching about my child, and how is that supposed to make him feel? So I'm very excited to keep having those conversations, both out in public, on the House floor, and to whatever Republican opponent they give me. I will say Andy Hogue got up and walked out of that interview, and I'm very excited that whoever they bring will also get up and walk out at whatever debate that we have. So that's it. Was that 10 minutes?